guys, welcome to the Toastmasters.
Woo!
My name is Samira, and I'm the president of Moscow Toastbusters. Moscow Toastbusters is the English public speaking club, which belongs to a global international organization, Toastmasters International, where people come together to improve their public speaking, leadership, and communication skills. One of the most important features with Toastmasters, alongside educational program, contests. And recently, there was international Toastmasters conference at the division level, the level of 2 countries.
And Kazakhstan that took place in Almaty. And I was lucky enough to be one of the contestants together with Valeria Pogorelova and Anna Rubinina. Of course, I felt nervous. There was a completely new audience, different from club level and area level contests in Moscow, where you usually see familiar faces and feel at home. But the most challenging thing was not a new audience. When I arrived at the venue, I discovered that there were some technical difficulties with the microphone and sound. All the contestants expected to use a wireless mic, a small mic that clips near the mouth. And instead of that, we were given a simple handheld microphone. Of course, none of the contestants, including me, were prepared for that. When I rehearsed my speech, I used both of my hands, and on top of that, I didn't have this experience of speaking with the handheld microphone. Later, during the speech, the worst thing I could ever imagine happened. I was stopped because judges couldn't hear me because I was holding this mic too far from my mouth. I had to restart from the point where I was interrupted, and I did as if nothing had happened. Later, one experienced public speaker told me that I showed a high level of self-control and stage presence. Why am I telling you this story? Obviously not to brag about my level of self-control or how calm I can be under pressure. I would like to remind you something very important. When you go to the stage, things can go wrong. You can face situations that you didn't expect or you couldn't prepare for. But that shouldn't stop you from going to the stage. And oftentimes, the most challenging thing are not external obstacles, but internal barriers that exist in your head. Some people are afraid of being judged. Some are not confident about their level of English. Some are not sure about their message. But that shouldn't stop you from stepping onto the stage. That shouldn't stop you from delivering your first icebreaker, sharing your story, or maybe standing on the international stage one day. Because as you see, I survived, nothing terrible happened to me. And honestly, I don't see this situation as a failure. I perceive it as a lesson that showed that I'm more resilient than I thought.
Of her recommendation, and I'm looking forward to hear your breathtaking ideas and speeches. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. So now I'm ready to invite to the stage our main person, the Toastmaster of the day, Bulat Safiullin, who will guide us through the rest of the meeting. Let's applaud.
Good Wednesday, sunny, warm evening. Before I will start, I have a question. Do you know what is it?
Something from Kazan. Traditional cup.
Yes. Why do you think I wear it? Why did I wear it? Yes, because I'm Tatar. I belong. This is traditional Tatar cups, Tibete. So it's our traditional clothes. My name is Bulat, and I am Toastmaster of today. And as you may guess, we're going to talk about the tradition today. About the traditions. So, do you know something about the traditions? I think many of you know what does it mean traditions, is it right? So I would like to share my thoughts about the traditions. So tradition, it's not only all habits. It's not only all habits. It's not only one single things. It includes traditional foods. It includes traditional clothes. It includes our traditional ceremonies. But traditions, it's everything in our life. We was born, it's our life, it's all about the traditions. We're born with the traditions. We grow up with the traditions. We get married with the traditions. We are saying goodbye for someone who is leaving this world in line with traditionally. So Okay. So traditions, it's everywhere. Traditions shape us, who we are. So for me, traditional, it's not only some events or some things. Traditional, it's for me, it's a connection between generations. So from the so when I was, I remember when I was a small boy, my grandmother, she used to sit me next to her, give me some sweet. She told me about our traditions, about our roots, about our family. I'm doing the same things in my family. I'm continuing. When I grow up, I understood that this is very important, and I'm doing the same things with my children. But the most interesting thing about the tradition, it's not only about you personally. We are living in a very beautiful world. We have so many different cultures and traditions, and this is most amazing things in our life. We can explore traditions around the world, from the Africa, from the Europe, from the Spain, from the Europe as well, from the Middle East. So for me, traditional is something like a big house, which was built during the 1,000 years, generation by generations. Each room, it's something unique from these traditions. It could be some music or some food, some clothes. So traditional, it's not only about the ethnic groups and the nations. We have some traditions in our family. We have some tradition, even we have a corporate traditions. In our club, we have a traditional as well. So we have 100 years of the history, and we have a lot of interesting tradition. What kind of tradition we have in our club? Do you know?
To start next.
Yes.
To shake hands before giving the mic.
Yeah, we have a lot of good traditions, like we are supporting each other. We are welcoming newcomers. We are traditionally club for every speakers. So we have a lot of traditionals, and but it's not only about the club. We have some tradition in every meeting. For instance, like any big tradition, we have a deep idea, and we have a deep idea, and even during this night, we have such an idea dot of the day, which will be presented by Anna Chesnakova.
Dear fellow Toastmasters, traditions connect us, they touch us, and they expand us. Let me set the scene. There is a peculiar tradition in Russia tied to the long May holidays, when hordes of city dwellers, dacha owners, suddenly vanish from their apartments. And where do they go? Sure, to their little land slots. But their journey there is adventure in itself. Imagine this. Highways become parking lots. Traffic jams are worthy a disaster movie. Cars loaded with kids, pets, shovels, yes, bags of coal, rub against each other. But nobody minds, actually. Everyone is a hero in their own right. And when we finally arrive, how do we unwind? What do we do? Do we lie in a hammock with a cold drink? Or having a nap? Or reading a book? No. We roll up our sleeves, take a shovel, and do garden works. And there are a lot of garden works to do. We tend to our flower beds, we chop off dead branches, we repair our old fences, plant crops and stuff. Does anybody mind? This is physically demanding, but everyone seems to be in high spirits. We tell jokes, we chat with our neighbors, we drink tea with mint or a can of beer. The air smells of chimney smoke, cherry tree blossoms, and grilled meat. And closer to the sunset, we sit at a long, long table. A nightingale starts singing its song. We eat and say toasts. Someone takes the guitar or harmonica, and we start singing in chorus. Dear fellow Toastmasters, traditions touch us, they connect us, they expand us. Thank you so much.
So every tradition has own rituals and the small details. In speaking, we have a small details, filler words, oh, so. So today in our club, we have a tradition to follow up. This is filler words as well. So please welcome Любовь Герфман.
Hello, everyone. My name is Любовь. Today I'm a counter. I will very careful listening every your like so. And after this meeting, I will share short report about how people use these words. I hope it's helped us to speak more confident and more clear. Thank you.
Big part of the tradition, it's a language, story, tales, books. It's everything about the words and the sentences. We are paying a lot of attention for our speeches, for our language in our club. So please welcome our grammarian, Artem Bacharov.
Where do I speak? Hello, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster of the Day, for introducing me. If language is a living, breathing creature, what is grammar? Grammar is its skeleton. If we don't know grammar, we use everything without structure. We use words, we put them, we mix up them, and people might not understand us. That's why we need to be accurate with structures, and I will be keeping close attention to your usage of verbs, so you do it correct. And of course, what are words if grammar is a skeleton? Any ideas? Alexander, what are words? Hmm? Okay, Alexander was sleeping. If grammar is skeleton, then words is meat. Flesh. Thank you, Alexander. Flesh on this skeleton. So the more words you know, the more eloquent you are. And I encourage you to use as many great expressions as you know. And today I am not only a grammarian, I am also word master, and I would like to introduce a phrase, to be homesick. Most likely you know it, but you need to use it. I will write it down on some sheet of paper and put it somewhere here so you could be taking a glance from once in a while there. So to be homesick means that you are away from home somewhere in a foreign country and you want to get back because you miss your relatives, you miss your apartment, you miss your friends, you miss your pets maybe. And of course, you miss traditions, culture, these things that Vlad was telling us today. So use this phrase. And at the end of the meeting, I will come here with the reports of the winner of Word of the Day and which grammar was great, which great expression Vlad and all of you used.
Thank you. Thank you. Every tradition has a right time. For instance, New Year party, it's 31st of the December. Family dinner, it's evening of the day. And one of the strongest tradition in our club, it's a respect of the time. I would like to invite our timer, Alexei Zaitsov. Welcome. Let's
Grace, while I'm flipping it, you can tell me all your jokes about your precise timer today. Go late for half an hour, but that's what you deserve today. So before I start, please raise your hand. Who is a driver? Who can drive? Who drives the car? Most of you. Well, at least many of you. We all know that keep tracking on time. It's quite an important thing, even for experienced driver, let alone for the beginners on the roads. Keeping on time is another example what we are going all to do today. Imagine you are driving your favorite car, and this is your speech. Suddenly, from nowhere, a traffic light pops up, and this is me. I am a heartless, absolutely iron traffic light. But if I show green light, you can take your time, relax, and continue your way or speech. This is green. I don't know, maybe someone is confused with colors. If I flip it to yellow, it's high time to think that it's worth maybe wrap up with your speech or your way, slow down and gradually stop. Or maybe vice versa, you should hit the gas and just blurt all your genius prepared ideas and just cross this intersection. But if you see red, that means that you are almost a violator. It doesn't mean that you should freeze on this stage or intersector. You should, of course, finish your maneuver and clear the stage for other people in the car. So I just not to be long as a timer, and be in 2 minutes. So just the final idea. So it's very important for all of us to stay aware of other people in the cars, yeah, and keep on their driving. But please don't forget about traffic light. It will help you finally to avoid this unpleasant situation with on the roads. So good luck.
Thank you, Alexei.
Oh, sorry.
So let's respect our time. So now, doesn't work. Please. Yeah, next one. So now it's time for someone very special. In every tradition, there is some special person who remember everything, who remember who said, who didn't listen properly. Of course, it's not my grandmother. It's not policeman, detective. So it's a quiz master. Please welcome Dmitry Dubovsky.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dima, and today I am a quiz master. That is the person who will check how well you attentively listen today. You know the interesting thing about Toastmasters. Everyone thinks that I am a great listener. I pay attention to every word. But when Quizmasters comes to the stage, okay, let's continue. You realize that you don't remember the speeches topics, the speaker's name. You only remember the cookies in the break. As Toastmasters, we become to be good, reflective listeners. That means does not just nod your head and think about after party. It's really here what people are speaking, and at the end we will test how you do it. I'll prepare questions during the meeting about the speeches, about the table topics, and about the evaluations. At the end of the meeting, I will ask these questions, and we really see how was we big attentively. Don't guess randomly. The answers like this one, the second one, and these guys in the corners won't work. The most attentive people will get a kindly sweet prize from me and respect. Good luck.
Dmitry, thank you very much. Please remember that you will be tested by Dmitry. Okay, so it's time for our most important, I would say one of the important part of our meetings. Traditionally, it's prepared speeches. Please don't think that it's just speeches. It's some step forward. It's one of the progress in our education way. So please welcome our first. Please, yeah, prepare speeches. Please welcome our first speakers, Arina Zvizhnova. Sorry. Arina Zvizkova, project writing speech with purpose, engaging humor. Name of the question.
Interesting choice of a picture, by the way. Okay. Hello, dear. Hello, my dear. Hello, dear Toastmasters. Question. The title of my speech is not a noun, it's a verb. It's a call to action. I want you to question. I want you to doubt. And the purpose of my speech is to persuade you about how important critical thinking skills are. I will try to prove my point by giving you a simple example from my school years. Okay, let's get started. Believe it or not, I used to take great interest in math to a degree that I planned to connect my future profession with it. And I started math on a pretty high level till I was about 16, 17, I guess. However, eventually I chose English as my major, and I was made to transfer to another group of students who studied basic math. They just covered the basics of math. At first, I thought that it would be just boring. However, I was so wrong, because there was no sign, no hint of how much trouble I was going to face. So there was I, sitting at this lesson, doing basic math. The teacher started the lesson. He started writing something on the whiteboard. Letter by letter, number by number. At some point, I thought, something feels off. Okay, maybe it's a new topic, something new. It's cool that every day provides us with something new to learn. I should be all ears not to miss anything. So I continued to listen. But the more I listened, the more absurd it got. And I made an assumption, maybe my eyesight fails me, because how else can I explain this nonsense? This nonsense. The whiteboard was full of terrible and obvious mistakes made by the teacher. So I looked around. I was trying to find support. I expected to see these startled faces with confused looks. But oh God, my group mates, they were taking notes. They were copying from the whiteboard. And I thought, no, it can't be it. Am I the only one noticing it? Guys, wake up. I was so devastated that I almost yelled it out. The rest of the lesson, I just leaned back at my chair and stared at the ceiling or at the floor, just like this. And after the class, I was really tired. I almost felt homesick. I needed some rest and a therapist. I was also furious because I wasn't allowed to just raise my hand and go, sorry, teacher. Actually, all of this is wrong. Gosh, who even let you teach children? I couldn't do that, guys. And the fact that my group mates didn't even hesitate, they didn't doubt in the slightest the things that they were taught, made it even more annoying. So where does it bring us? I've given you an example of how significant it is to ask yourself questions. For instance, like, with what purpose has this person approached me? Is this 100% correct? What will happen if I agree? What will happen if I disagree? Is this person a professional? And so on and so forth. And the last part of my speech, I want to ask you several questions. First of all, have you grasped the idea I was trying to convey? Okay, that's great. So please, those who tend to change their mindset from now on and will be more critical to the things that other people say to them, please raise their hand. One person? Well, it is already not bad. At least not none. So now that some of you admitted to changing their way of thinking from now on, I want to finish off my speech with the last question. That doesn't actually require an answer from you. How can you be sure that the story that I told you is true?
Arina, thank you very much. Let's give big applause for Arina, for your speech. It was very good. So our next speaker is the next speaker, Lazar Markovic. Welcome, please welcome. Embrace the change. Project Introduction to Vocal Variety and the Body Language, Level 1.
Well, I cannot see myself. Okay. While I was drying my hair in the morning, I noticed something really strange. I noticed that my eyebrows got bigger and that my lashes got jealous of that. And at the very same time, my ear hair said, "Hi, it's nice to finally meet you." Or if it said on its own language, it would be something like, "Signore Lazzaro, we are very happy to see you." And my intimate's dark hair got a few white friends. Now I'm not a racist, but I really believe they don't belong there. Go back to your country. And the hair on my back is always complaining about everything. Something is always bothering it. And it's probably my butt. But I figured I have to change my hairstyle. Change doesn't always have to be physical, luckily for me. It can also be mental, emotional, spiritual, and hopefully not sexual. Let's just keep it all the way. I embraced many changes in my life. But the change that I embraced the most is to start loving myself more. I always loved myself. But recently I realized that accepting my virtues and my good sides and loving myself, and as well accepting my dark shadow side, is really part of my life, and it really makes me kind of living with it. To do this thing, actually, I was using 3 principles that helped me consciously and unconsciously. The first principle was people love talking about their own success and other people's failure. And I remember I always had that problem with my friends talking trash about their own friends. And I remember I was 18 years old. Hi, Arina, it was a wonderful speech. I really like it. I was 18 years old, and I heard my friend talking trash about his best friend. And I really couldn't take it any longer. And I was like, why do you have to do this? You're a great guy. You're going to be fine even without it. And he was looking at me he was surprised with the question. He was like, was this a table topic or a prepared speech? And was this and it was my friend's sister that actually told me that she heard from Serbian patriarch that people like talking about their own success and other people's failure. The second principle that actually helped me to loving myself more and to find my own truth is people who love me will always love me, and people who don't never will. And really, when I was on my highs and my lows, some people were always there for me. And people who love me, really, they really got me when I was on my very lows, when I was doing things that I was really not even imagining that I'm capable of doing. And these people were always here for me, kind of loving me and supporting me. And I would like to say to these people, I love you very much, and this is the year when you are going to get your money back. I'm going to give your money back this year. I know that I said it last year and the year before, but this is definitely the year you're getting your money back. And people who don't love me, no money back. They're great people, but just kind of for some other people. The third principle is that I learned that actually helped me a lot in my life is that my mother's truth is totally different than my father's truth. When I was growing up, I seen my mom and dad always having a great time together, sometimes fighting, but it was literally just boxing. But most of the time they were going along very well. But I noticed that every time my mom speaks to her parents and every time my dad speaks to his parents, they have totally different opinion of what the truth really is. And when I was young, I was very confused and I didn't like it. But later on, it really helped me in life to understand that my mom's truth is one thing and that my father's truth is the other thing. And considering that they had 3 kids, me and my 2 sisters, we were like kind of between in the bubble, trying to figure out our own truth. And what would I like to tell you today, actually, is I'm happy that I found my own truth and that I'm still finding it. And what would I like to say today is, and to encourage you to find your own truth. Please don't buy other people's truth. Find yourself your own truth. Go after yourself. Write it, paint it, draw it, create it, imagine it, but go after yourself. Find your own truth. Thank you. Oi, извини. Money back.
Good people. Thank you very much. Let's give a big applause for Lazar for his speeches. Okay, thank you very much, all our speakers. Now we have another tradition. It's a break. So before you will go to the break, I would like to say you that as I introduce myself, I'm Tatar, and we have a tradition to invite guests for the tea. Usually we say come to the tea. We are not saying come to the eat or something like that. We usually inviting for the tea. Today I would like to invite you come for the tea. I especially will be happy if you will enjoy tea with milk, because we have some traditional as well, drinking tea with milk. If you will be in our, where I was born in Bashkortostan, Tatarstan, usually nobody asks you, would you like tea with milk or not? They just put it. So please, I will be very happy you will, and there is some sweets. So we have a 5-10 minutes breaks. 10 minutes breaks. Thank you. You have a lot of energy. So we have the second very important tradition in our club. It's thank you, Lazar. Second very important tradition is it's our practicing impromptu speaking. So I think it's one of the interesting part because you can share with us everything, any topics. So I would like to invite Alexander Baranov. He will present. This is part table topics. Please welcome.
Hi guys, welcome to the table topic session. I very much liked the topic of today's gathering because it sparked in my mind a lot of associations and metaphors. For instance, the traditions, they connect us to our past, they connect us to our families, they shape our communities, and they make us some raw material which the future life may make something out of. And sometimes it is important to break out of the usual so that we spark our creativity and create something new. And this is the connection to our future and to our goals which we can achieve. And these two parts, they are connected to each other, and they cannot, they make us a whole person. And here in the club, we have prepared speeches, which is the tradition, and we have the impromptu speaking, which is something new and creative. And now I want you to take part in this and to try to create something out of the unknown. And you know, if we take the metaphor that the traditions are our home, is our something very usual, then the impromptu speaking is the whole other world. And if you never leave your home, if you only sit there, you never feel homesick. Thank you. So I have prepared several, three categories of questions. I think you may choose one of the categories so that you're a little bit connected to something known, but the question will be a surprise. Now, you will know them afterwards. The timing for the impromptu speaking is 1 minute at least, otherwise you will be disqualified and go out of the club. At 1 minute, you will be shown the green card, at 1.5, the yellow one, and the red card at 2 minutes, and you will have 30 seconds to wrap up and finish your speech. Now, there is a tradition that the starting of the table topic session is made by one of the seasoned Toastmasters. Who will be the first? Really?
My name is Martin.
I know.
How you know?
I don't know. It's difficult to explain. So we have three categories: tradition versus innovation, tradition time machine, and tradition debate. Tradition debate. Debates about traditions.
You pick.
I pick. Okay. Tradition debate. From 1 to 6.
How many questions? 3.
3. Okay. Should weddings be traditional or personalized?
Well, I don't have a good relation with weddings, to be honest with you. let's just put things clear. What was the question again?
Should weddings be traditional or personalized? Something.
You pick. It's your choice. It's your wedding. It's your marriage. You do whatever you want. It's your life. Usually, I think that marriage is. It doesn't matter how you decide to organize it. Personally, I had a small marriage in Saudi Italy in a small church, 40 people, which is very little for Saudi Italy. It was a small marriage. Let's forget about how it ended, but let's remember that day. But what I think about marriages now is that marriages or wedding are like a marathon. We have a lot of people that run here, right? So it may sound familiar, right? Do you usually, when you do a marathon, you celebrate at the beginning or the end?
The end.
I think the same. The marathon or the wedding? At the marathon, nothing to celebrate.
Did you celebrate during the marathon?
You celebrate. Yeah, that's a good approach. Why are you running? Okay, I see. Okay, that's there are different approaches, different way of thinking it. Personally, yeah, you choose it. I would say, yeah, it's one of the marriage is wedding is one of the. I mean, it is one of the most difficult things ever because you pick. Imagine you have a cake, and your favorite cake, and you eat it every day. How you're gonna feel after a while? That's a bit like marriage, right? So you need to. So you need to actually try to try. Again, sorry. Totally from bakery. Perhaps everyone has his own approach. There can be an approach. There can be maybe take the distance. Now people live differently. Now people live differently. The different approach nowadays. A lot of people live alone. And they meet at the weekends or when they like it. So you guys, you choose it. Thank you. The mic.
Thank you. Martina, what I liked most is that you really made a debate out of this question, not only try to persuade us, but also ask the people what are they thinking about this question. That's really great. Now, who's next? Ksusha. Three categories: tradition, time machine, tradition versus innovation, or a debate again. Okay. And from 1 to 6, please choose 6. Okay. How do you think would people celebrate the new year in the year 3000? Right. And the mic, and the floor is yours.
Okay. In 3000 years, all peoples get together on one. Maybe it's will 2 people or 3 people or the 23 people.
no matter. These people get together, get hugs, eat chak-chak, maybe. 3 Tatars. Maybe. Very tasty chak-chak. It's Tatar in New Year. Okay. The purpose of its tradition. It tasty eat. Good vibe. Eye to eye contact. Kind. Happy. And it's enough. Thank you very much.
Thank you for the effort. Okay, you are the first whom I saw. Okay, Alina, you will get the third category. Tradition versus innovation. So that it's really impromptu. I know. But you may choose the number. You may choose the number. 2, 9. 5. Okay, you get 8. Okay, which tradition do you think is ready to be reinvented in the modern times? Which tradition do you think is ready to be reinvented in modern times? The floor is okay. The floor is yours and the mic.
When I got this question, everything I could think of is the wedding, because Martina talked about the wedding. But not the modern wedding like people usually do nowadays when they do it modern ways. Sometimes they don't even invite guests or people, or they just get their papers and run away to the seaside or etc. But in my childhood, I remember the wedding I was at. I was a little girl. That was my cousin's wedding. And I remember there was a tradition for a groom to pay to get the bride from her house and to ask the questions. And if the answer was wrong, he had to pay to the relatives of the bride. And that was really funny. And I remember I was whispering to the groom that was the right answer. Your birthday is on May 9th. Or something like that. And also I remember there always was 2 cars, the white for the bride and the black for the groom. And the black car normally had a doll in front of the car. Do you remember this tradition? Do you think that was pretty or that was creepy? Creepy. For a doll was creepy. Okay, another creepy tradition. Do you remember when during the wedding, the relatives of groom and a bride was gathering money into pink or blue underwear of the baby? And which underwear got more money, that gonna be the gender of their baby. Do you remember this one? Yes, that was creepy. So I agree, that was creepier than the doll. So nowadays, people more separate from each other. People don't, from my point of view, people try to, from my point of view, people nowadays try to avoid other people, and they're afraid to look creepy or clumsy or funny. But I think you can be funny some days, you can be creepy some days, while by the people you love around you. Thank you.
Thank you for reminding us of these creepy things. And now I invent a new tradition. The fourth person will be a newcomer. Sorry. What category do you choose? Tradition versus innovation, tradition time machine, or debate?
Debate one.
Debate one. Okay. You have numbers 1, 2, 4, 5, 6.
1.
1. Okay. Should we still send handwritten holiday cards?
Yeah.
What do you think? Should we still send handwritten holiday cards? Or they are already outdated?
We live nowadays in a modern world where every day we exchange the messages using our phones, and it is a common thing to use only them to express your feelings to your loved ones and your close friends and family. I think it is unusual and unique to send the cards which are written by hand, and it is really, really valuable to the people who will receive them, because personally I have a box of the papers and the gifts of the cards which were written by the people who really care about me, and when I read them, I every time have a pleased smile by reading them. And I guess it is really traditional and cool to reread all the messages you got before. I personally really value then my loved ones, and also just people who I knew for about a few months give me some cards with nice wishes, and when I reread them I feel homesick because I started miss them. I all the time cry when I read my dad's card, which is which has the point of having a good celebration of my birthday. It was it was a big pleasure for me to receive such a gift, and I think nowadays it would be cool to continue this tradition. Thank you very much.
Here. And now, traditionally, every table topic session, Valeria Pogorelova participates. You shouldn't be. What's your choice? Traditions versus innovation or time machine?
Tradition versus innovation.
Okay, you will get the hardest question. Oh, you may choose a number. Okay.
4.
4. Okay. Oh, great. That's the hardest one. What? What modern
Time.
What modern technology would improve some cultural ritual?
None. Let's go. Repeat the question. please.
What modern technology would improve some cultural ritual we're used to? The mic is yours.
Okay, let's go. What is, which is a different question. Yeah, different question. I've decided on the question. What is tradition, right? It's doing the same thing again and again and again. I kind of think there's another thing that has the same definition of doing the same thing again and again and again. Any idea what that other thing is? Insanity. You guys, the definition of insanity, yes, yeah, Tutu, is doing the same thing again and again and again. So what is the difference between tradition and insanity? Good question. The difference is that traditions are useful. There is a reason why they stick around for a very long time. And one of the oldest traditions is sharing stories, is what we do here, what we do in our normal life. We exchange stories, we pass down information, we share knowledge. How did it all start? With people around a fire in a cave. And how can we include that in our future going forward? We already mentioned that we becoming smaller and smaller and more focused in our phones, and we're not talking to each other. Going forward, I think we can use technology to get that tradition of sharing stories, sharing time with people. If you're in a different country and you're feeling sick, you can press a button on your smartwatch and you have a virtual fire with your family and friends. Imagine that. How cool would that be? I like to travel and I'm going to miss my friends like Alina and Samira. If I can just virtually make them appear like this and tell them what I'm up to and hear their stories, that's going to make me feel less homesick. That will make me feel very happy. So I think technology in the future going forward can actually help us keep the traditions that have existed for millennia, and we can even improve them and share more going forward and expand our worlds rather than making them less small. Thank you.
We're finishing this, right? Maybe one more, maybe. Okay. I cannot decide. Artyom, okay. Yeah. Yeah, you raised your hand twice. You raised your hand twice. Okay. Да, я видел Артема, до этого еще он поднимал. Когда Лер. A fight? Артем fight? Okay. Next time.
Okay.
Okay, Artyom, we shall be quick. What category do you choose? You already know them by heart. Innovation, time machine, debate.
Innovation.
Innovation. And number 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Okay. If you could invent a new tradition for your workplace, what would it be? If you could invent a new tradition for your workplace, what would it be?
Okay. Imagine if we are living in 3000 and we have some good technology like vacuum room, yeah, where you cannot hear anything. And I think from other side, that a lot of colleagues are very annoying with their conversations and their thoughts that don't connect it with some clear mind or your work or something else. And it will be great if you will go to this room every hour, don't hear nobody, and think about something that you can something that make you quiet. For example, sea or dolphins or some boogie woogie dancing. And when you think about it, your productivity is increasing. And when your productivity is increasing, you can make more for society, and you can die with pleasure. I think so.
Okay. Thank you very much for this opportunity to be a host in this session.
Alexander, thank you very much. It was brilliant federal topic session. Thank you very much. Dear fellow Toastmasters and the guests, it's time for our last part of the meeting. Another important part. Huh? Okay. So we have our quotes, and we should vote for the best impromptu speech. So you have this one, is it right? So we have this one. This is a QR codes. You can this one on the right side. Mm-hmm. Нормально, если минут на 10 задержимся, на минут на 10 задержимся. Пока evaluation. Да. Сейчас позвать? Okay. Please vote. At the same time, I would like to ask, I would like to introduce the last part of our meeting. It's one of the interesting and the most important part of our club. It's evaluations. In many places, evaluations, giving feedback, it's so stressful. But in our club, Alexander, in our club, usually we are giving feedback. Give a feedback positively with support. Yeah, Alexander.
1 second, technical.
Not in French club. We are talking about our Toastbusters club. I hope you, Alexander understands me. Okay, so I would like to invite Alexander Uzyanov, our general evaluator. Please welcome Alexander. Thank you.
Thank you. No worries, no worries. Today is the best meeting ever because of, you know what? Because of sweet Chuck that is waiting for me, yes, after only for. Okay, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Traditions remind us where we came from, and evaluations remind us where we are going. Today, we will try to build a tradition of successful, encouraging feedback that help us to grow. Traditionally, we have 3 parts: personal evaluations, reports of technical roles, minor roles, and then some report from general evaluator.
And I would like to start from the personal evaluation of Arina's speech by Tatiana Gladышeva. Tatiana.
Dear fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests, dear Arina. My name is Tatiana, and I'm going to evaluate Arina's speech tonight. The title of Arina's speech was, remembers, question, but her project was writing a speech with a purpose. And actually, Arina started her speech, her presentation, with explaining her purpose. You do use critical thinking. Arina, that was first good point you earned today. Second one is that you are quite comfortable using vocal variety and very much comfortable using gestures. You do it like an experienced speaker already, even though you are quite a beginner. And you have a very good feeling of stage, but that can be better as well. Also, that the other thing I like is that the end of the story you looped to the beginning, and that makes a picture looks better. That like we are having a whole picture of what you wanted to say. Now let me tell you the points for improvement. Number one, that applicable to pretty much not all but many of speakers tonight. Speak louder. People in the back don't hear us. Number two, the structure. Even though, as I mentioned at the beginning, the beginning of your speech was very promising, and I liked the end, I still had a feeling that middle part is kind of like either missing or a little bit weak. I had a feeling like I'm looking at the box, it's very good looking box, it had a good structure, but so looking back to your story, I can't tell what I had a feeling that you need to work more. Like, let me tell you exactly what can be done. Number one, of course, keep practicing. Number two, you life. And let me tell you, good luck. And I'm looking forward to your next project in this path. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Tatiana.
Just as a tradition are passed down from one generation to another, the speaking skills are passed now from Tatiana to Arina. And thank you very much, dear Tatiana, for this classical evaluation sandwich technique. I find it so useful for Arina and hope she will use all your advices. Now, time to evaluate Lazar's speech, and I'm happy to invite to the stage Anna Rubinina.
Dear Toastmasters, dear guests, dear Lazar, would you agree that a person who has loved themselves and has found their truth would never feel homesick? Because they feel at home at every place, in every country, with every person around them, especially in Toastmasters. So let me tell you 4 things that I liked in your speech and 2 things for improvement. So the first one, I like that you chose your personal story and the story of your self-growth. And that's one of the favorite topics in Toastmasters, because we can all take away something from it and implement in our lives. Second thing, I liked your sense of humor. I could hear the reaction of the audience very well, and your introduction was really funny. The third thing, your gestures. Actually, you are very comfortable with your gestures, with your hands. Yes, you use them very freely. Yes. Yes, everything was okay with your gestures. And the fourth thing, I really like the ending. It took, usually people fail at endings. They forget to rehearse, and so their endings are very slow or very short. Your ending was good enough at length and the message. So, and you didn't rush with it. So the ending was really good. Now to things for improvement. In your speech, I heard 3 topics. You started with the change, with the change in life, how to embrace change. Then you moved to the topic of loving yourself. And the third topic was how to find your truth. So all these topics deserve a separate speech. So next time, as our speeches are quite short, so stick to one topic. So, and when you started with change, you should have ended with change, but there was not a word about change in your ending. The ending was okay, but it was on a different topic that's your title and the beginning of your speech. So while making a speech, think that you are talking about one thing at the beginning, in the middle, and at the end. And the second thing, so your project was not only on the body language, but also on the vocal variety. And there are 2 ways to improve it, I think. So one of them is imitating other people's voices. And in your speech, you had several opportunities to do that. How your parents talk, how your sister talk, how your friends talk. You could change your voice by imitating their words. And the other thing, I think you can, if you have a draft, try to stress some important words and remember to emphasize them in your speech. For example, so when you talk about love yourself, you can say love yourself or love yourself. So you can work with the stress. You can stress out some words. So to sum up, I really liked your personal story, great body language, great humor, and next time work on the structure and the meaning, the one meaning of a speech. Thank you.
Thank you very much, dear Anna. Traditionally, good evaluator gives 2 points, good points, and 1 point to improve. And our dear Anna, finalist of division evaluation contest, provided 4 good points and 2 to improve. That is why we invite you all to make speeches in Toastbusters. Thank you very much, dear Anna, but you still should keep track of time. And now it's not the time for the timer, but for a counter. And a counter today is Любовь Гершман. Люба, the stage is yours.
Okay, dear Toastmasters, I calculate my report about your filler words and would like to say that my congratulations. Everybody speak with filler words minimum 4 times. Minimum. if you're interested in this, you can come to me after our meeting. I will share with you your favorite word. Okay, but we have some people who use these filler words just one time. Анна Чеснокова, Артем Бочаров, Дмитрий Дубовицкий, Alexander Baranov, and Valeria Pagalera. Congratulations and thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you very much, dear Luba. We still have several minutes and a lot of reports and sessions. Now, I would like to invite to the stage our grammarian, Artyom Bacharov. One. Thank you, Alexander. Let's start with phrase of the day, and we have 5 winners. Starting from the end, we have Anna Rubinina, Valeria Pogorelova, Alexander Baranov, Irene, I don't know your surname, and Arina. A round of applause. During the meeting, I started to get nervous because it was almost half of the meeting passed and I didn't hear a single mistake. But then something happened and a few people saved me. Yeah, when you say to applause or a big round of applause, say a big round of applause or let's applaud to someone. Don't say anything else because other variants are not. Am I speaking to YouTube or why do we need this? So a big round of applause is a correct variant. And a couple of other mistakes. What do we say when someone doesn't leave their home? We stay at home. We don't sit because we sit on a chair and we stay at home. And just a second. When we like something, we say, I like it immensely or I like it a lot. We don't say, I very much like it. It's a Russian variant. Now let's move to some great examples of English. What I liked is implementation. Someone said that to banish someone from home, a great verb. Okay, and I need to use my magnifier. To be devastated. To roll up your sleeves, and there were some more, but I can't find them on my paper, unfortunately. In terms of phonetics, most of you were pretty precise. The only word that I misheard or someone pronounced it not that correctly, virtue, it's pronounced virtue. That's all on my side, and I pass the word to Mr. General Evaluator. Thank you very much, dear Artyom, for this such precise report. Now the time for the timer, Alexei Zaitsev.
I'm just reminded that I'm a Atlas traffic light today. So I'll call all the violators. Mostly you are good drivers and the traffic light is satisfied, but we have some person that can improve their way of driving their cars. So the next drivers will be imposed with fine. These are Tom, Martino, Valeria, sorry. And some violators are about to be, some drivers' licenses are about to be terminated soon, because these are quite cruel violators. And yeah, who exceeded their time by a minute or even more. This is, sorry, Alina. Yeah. Artem and someone else. Yeah, and yeah, I didn't notice it, but Lara, another automatic system just wrote down that it's Allah. Yeah, it happened in the very beginning. And that's it from my side.
Thank you very much, Alexei. We still have 3 minutes, but with the fact we'll be late because we should respect our quiz master and general evaluator as well. And in order not to feel homesick, I will use my 3 minutes before giving the floor to our quiz master. Thank you very much. Today it was my favorite meeting. Thank you for this atmosphere and sweets, chak and tea with milk. I tried for my first time. I like it, but it also mastery of Toastmaster, topic master to arrange this atmosphere, and not only with the sweets, but with the words. Thank you for this visual aids, for sharing your culture. Thank you, Samira, for your stories. Traditionally, at the beginning of the meeting, it's like a live journal of Samira. Every meeting, we have some news from Samira. Thank you for that. I like the way Alexander Baranov, who had already left, provided table topics. It's not traditional. It's like Svoya Igra, yes, TV show in Russia. It's constructor, time machine, tradition versus innovation and debate. Nobody choose debate, yes? Martina choose, yes, but all the 3 propositions were taken. So what else? I didn't understand the track of slides. I understood funerals tradition. I understood royal court dinner on royal dinner, but Lenin and fellows, it's traditional. Lenin prepared speech traditionally, so we should speak like Lenin, full of full of mastery, confidence. Okay, but overall, the meeting was terrific, and I'm ready to. Last but not the least, we are making Tall Tales contest on 30 of May. Please contact me if you would like to participate as a speaker here or 2 places. 30 of May at 5 p.m. here or Krasnaya Presnya, depends on availability. So let's do it. And now please contact me. I will still have some roles to speak, to provide tall tales. I will explain all the details. Or maybe you will be like a secret judge or something, and we will receive a real prize, good prize for this. So let the best tall tale speaker win. Okay, now I give the floor to our quiz master, Dmitry Dubrovsky.
Can you help me?
Okay.
With sweets, yes. I have prepared several questions and some sweets for the best attentive participants. First questions. How many persons from our club presented Toastbusters in contest in Almaty? 3. Samira? Да.
Samira was
I forgot. Да. You can give to one. It's enough. Okay. What nationality is Bulat?
Tatar. I was the first.
What does tradition means for Bulat? What does it look like?
A lot of.
No. Yes, you're right. What skill is necessary for every people? Arina said.
To survive.
Yes, critical thinking. How many principles Lazar used in his life? Yes.
I was the first.
Нет. Артем.
I was the first. Okay.
Да.
I was the
What said Alexander Baranov about impromptu speech? What does it look like? The whole word. He compared the prepared speech like a house, and the whole word.
Yes.
I think no. Tradition like a house.
Living comfort zone.
No. The whole word, I think, Alexander Balanov said. Not? I think it's a very complex question. What Martina said about the wedding? What competition did he compare with? It's a marathon.
Who was the first?
No. Да, question. What 3 Tatars will do when they will celebrate Happy New Year? No. Eat чак-чак. Да, Ирина. What tradition did Alina recommended reinvented? Yes, wedding. And the last one. Artem. And the last one, what new tradition for workplace offer Artyom in the future? No. What new tradition for workplace offer Artyom? No.
It Artyom, no, doesn't come.
Silent room.
To you.
Silent room. You go to silent room and can concentrate. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dmitry. Now, should I give microphone to topic master, maybe some conclusion, or to the president? Okay, I'm giving the microphone to the president, Samira Dosta.
Thank you, guys. Did you enjoy the meeting today? Great. Okay. So let's start the awards and ceremony. Today we have a very special milestone to celebrate because one of our members completed level 3, and it is Bulat Safiulis. Yeah. It's for you. А, да, давай. Thank you, Bulat. So reaching level 3 means that Bulat has presented at least 12 speeches, including this role, Toastmaster of the Day. Hmm? Really? Okay, yeah. And the best table topic speaker is our newcomer, Irina. Yes. Okay, thank you. Okay, guys, so next time we meet in 2 weeks in the same location at 7 p.m. So I hope that you will all join again, and I invite all of you to the after party.
And picture.
Yeah, and let's take a group photo. Там? Ну ладно, давай. А кто нас будет фоткать?